Now that the official landing page is here for the Thinkific Communities, I want to give you a demo of how this new Thinkific Communities works. As I've said before, Communities is now another product launch that you can include in your course business. You can add it as an order bump, you can add it as an upsell, you can do affiliates. There's just so many ways that you can leverage Communities as a product. And so with this new Communities product, you have an opportunity to expand your business, drive more revenue, and support more learners. And with that, let me give you an overview of how this works so that if you are on Thinkific and you're thinking of using Thinkific for your communities, I want to show you sort of the advantages of using Thinkific Communities and how it keeps everything within one platform rather than needing to open a new tab and open up Slack or open up Discord. With Thinkific Communities, you really keep everyone on the same platform, creates a seamless user experience, and it also keeps your students focused and engaged. Whereas on other platforms, they may get distracted by other communities and other notifications or the algorithms pushing content on them. This way your content is focused and curated to your learners. I'm a Thinkific expert, and so my goal is to help support Thinkific course creators who want to build their business, build their courses in an interactive and experiential way. And so what I've seen over the last few years being part of the Thinkific community is the growth, the changes and enhancements, and with that comes opportunities to really expand your business, because ultimately Thinkific wants to support all of you and ensure that all of us has the opportunity to grow and succeed with Thinkific. Now let me show you the new Thinkific Communities. If you go onto Manage Learning Products, you will now see Communities. And so with Communities, you will see that I have, set up 3 demo communities. And in these demo communities, what you'll notice is that if you click on this hamburger menu and you click on Edit, this is where you will have the opportunity to change the settings, because this is really what affects most people. This is basically the layout of how my Thinkific community page will look like. And so this is really important because we've seen how brands really resonate when it's consistent and aligned with the audience that they're speaking to. And so you'll want to do the same thing with your communities. You want to customize the landing page in terms of the description, in terms of the color and the font, the banner image. And then here in the access, this is where you want to customize this based on the settings. So the default, all communities, existing communities are published, but if you only want to allow like this course support for people that are enrolled in a specific cohort, you can select students in selected groups, and then you can select which groups that they belong to. So if you are selling different membership tiers, and different membership tiers should have access to the different communities or no communities, and this is where you can select groups. You can select courses or bundles. Thinkific makes it really easy, or if everyone by default gets access to the community because that's just the way your business runs, and anyone that is logged into your site will have access. Now the purchase settings, like if you are selling this as an order bump, this feature is available once you activate and enable Thinkific Payments. And so with Thinkific Payments, it serves as your business analytics dashboard. You'll have the opportunity to see the sales and the orders, the names of the orders, how much it was for, and then also manage any refunds, all from your Thinkific dashboard. And so that's why as you upgrade with Thinkific, you'll have access to more features to run your business, grow your business, and make managing and complying with any taxes or payments or taxes much seamless and much easier, because you don't need to connect with built-in software that's all integrated into your Thinkific platform. If you are planning to either upsell or allow different groups access to communities, and then you can enable visibility of the community. So like some people have communities that they will feature on their landing page, but if you don't want this to be public, then you can say hidden and or private. And so this just is dependent on you as a course creator. I wouldn't worry too much about SEO, title, and description. In my experiences, there's nothing wrong with SEO. SEO is just not the most important aspect of your community setup. I wanted to emphasize that that is less important as building and engaging and helping your community succeed. So while you see that there are settings for SEO title and SEO description, and that you can improve community visibility with keywords, those are really less important as, building your community and keeping your community engaged. As someone who runs a Hacker Hours community or coding community, my biggest challenge has been sort of shifting from this in-person meetup to the virtual hybrid world. And what I've noticed as someone who runs a community, that it's less important to worry about the details in terms of the platforms and more focused on identifying who we're targeting, where we're bringing them in, and how we're helping them. All the rest of these will come later, but when we focus on ensuring our community succeeds and is thrived and engaged, then we can worry about this SEO information later. The most important thing about a community is just keeping them engaged. It sounds simple, but it's much harder than it looks like. I could tell you many stories about having gone from virtual meetups to now trying to do virtual and in-person, and consistency of hosts, and that is really valuable. The consistency of showing up, delivering the value, answering questions, responding to questions, or even being on time for meetups. You do need to let people know if you're running like an hour behind, because people really value that kind of community connections, because we can be so isolated, and sometimes it's really nice to be able to share and connect and answer questions and talk to others in this digital environment. And so this is the community landing page builder. And so it's not yet public, but let's save this. And now that it's saved, I want to now click on go to community so that you can see what this looks like once you build out the landing page, what it looks like in terms of color and font. So this is how it looks. As you see, I didn't really give a lot of thought to the color scheme. The advantage with Thinkific Communities is not only can you support your students in the courses, but you can choose to host events that are either virtual, live, and or in person. If I go to create event, I give this a title, give this a description. I can choose whether it's online and then add the Zoom link. And then if it's in person, I can add the venue name, address, and then it would be cool to add an image, time, and date, just so that people know. The other thing that I wanted to emphasize is that if I'm on communities, now I can just post every time I'm posting. I can choose the space that I want to post it to. So I can post it to general, I can post it to thoughts. Before I had to go specifically into that space to post it. And so now this makes it a more seamless user experience. And then you can see the following, and then up here with the bell, this will be any notifications like new users, new posts, updates, and then they'll, similarly to what other platforms may do, is they'll have like a trending post. So they'll see what is getting the most engagement, which spaces, which topics, and then you can kind of see this as an admin, what's going on, kind of keep track of, what needs support, what needs a little bit more nurturing. And so this is powerful in the way that it allows you to really enhance communities and how you support your learners, engage with them, create events, and really just make it easier for students to see everything all in one space. And so that is the new Thinkific Communities in a nutshell. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave me any feedback. And I'd love your support with this affiliate link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.